Anyway.
We're a week into Christmas.
Yes. And we've finally seen our bucking filter.
Yes. We have a functioning stove.
Or at least an oven that's got tile behind it so it doesn't...
We are unlikely to burn our house down when cooking. Yay!
Well, slightly less than before.
I mean, we still cook Cajun. Like, it's a good thing our fire detector doesn't really work in any meaningful way.
Turns out, if you put the oven on downstairs, put the tiny beep, 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 and then go upstairs and whack your headphones on, you can't hear anything.
That is true. I hadn't even thought of that. Who knows how long that was going on.
Oh, it didn't get too black, right?
You're silly.
Meanwhile, I didn't assemble yesterday's electronics calendar bit because, as mentioned, was just a wire maze. Here's the thing. It said, right, what you want to do is take 30 centimetres of the wire you got on the day, strip the insulation off, and then use that for the building the maze and then have another bit for the handle. So, let's see. So, obviously accounting for unravelling, do you think that's much more than 30 centimetres? What do you think at home? This wire you can't see because it's not in focus range.
What's 30 centimetres? About
A foot? No, literally a foot.
Well, yeah, that's more than a foot then.
Significantly more? Factoring in its day.
Yeah?
Well, don't actually straighten it out.
That's a foot right there.
Okay, we're going to talk about what don't straighten this out means, dear.
Sorry. I forgot if I go straight, I'll lose all my friends.
Well, naturally. Okay, so while you start opening yours, I'm going to
find 7.
I saw it.
I got it!
Good.
Eventually!
Right, so yes. Meanwhile, today's advent calendar is more for blooming wire maze. Only this time with a different resistor, so the buzz is quieter.
So you just didn't do it at all?
Oh, I'm going to wait until I find something that's not just... Yeah, so...
I don't know what that description was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be but taking a bit more ageless. But yeah. So yes, yesterday was do the stupid wire around the track and it'll buzz. Today you got a tiny resistor that makes the buzzing a bit quieter. You can't possibly see. The autofocus is off.
It is off. I've got applewood cheese.
Oh, lovely.
It is lovely.
Right, well, I fold this up again. Tell us the joke there.
No, I haven't got that far.
Oh.
I was excited by the cheese.
Oh, come on. Richie loved the Paris Stilton yesterday. That's quite nice, yeah.
How did the cheese paint his wife?
I don't actually know.
He double glossed her.
Yeah, fair enough. Next.
It's only funny if you know how to pronounce Gloucester, which is spelled Gloucestershire.
I know. We can't just call every single place Washington or just steal a name from Native Americans.
At least with Washington, you pronounce all the letters in it.
Yes, but when every single town is called Washington, it's a bit hard to navigate. And if it's not Washington, you're just naming random towns in random states after other states.
You just have gratuitous letters all over the place.
Where did I find an Arizona in the middle of Arkansas? Also, you got Arkansas and Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to explain that one?
Or you want it to be pronounced Arkansas? Because that would just be silly.
Make it consistent. Don't give us shit for adding extra letters in if you're going to go Arkansas and Kansas. Yeah.
Say Maryland.
Maryland.
No, it is not Maryland.
The word spelled Maryland. It's not Maryland.
It's Maryland.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, Maryland. What's the language called? We've been having this discussion for years.
It's called Anglais.
Well, only by them froggy types.
I'm froggy type.
No. C'était le... I don't know what the derogatory French term for Americans is. I mean, it's roast beef for the English because...
No.
Roast beef? Yes.
I am learning so much today.
4 French friends on my Facebook and 1 French colleague on my team.
That can't be a thing.
That is literally a thing. I would check on my phone, but sort of there. Right, okay, crack that
Absurdism.
open.
Oh, yay, whiskey time!
Yes, whiskey time. It's not just finding out.
Peanut butter whiskey time!
Now, meanwhile, over here, I knew this day was coming.
Is it an IPA?
Yes.
Oh, my love.
It's also a can.
A can of IPA. Please be PBR. Please be PBR.
So you think, like, a big advent calendar produced by one of the main craft beer suppliers is going to have PBR in it. Again, yesterday we had an Estonian beer, also Estonian.
Andy's in love with this beer. Thank you, Estonia. He's now trying to figure out how to get it shipped to his parents' house in France to get shipped here.
Like cinnamon, and I found out Tonga nuts are apparently like the seed of some rainforest plant that are actually legal in the States. I told you this, but not you. Because because they're over the FDA limit for something that might kill you in like hyperbolically large doses. Hey, if you eat 30 of these nuts, it'll kill you.
Did you know if you swallow a Kinder Egg whole, you might choke?
Yeah. But this is a nut that you address sort of like nutmeg. You grate in maybe a quarter of it to season an entire cheesecake.
You got IPA on me. I'm going to turn into a hipster. Kill a hipster. Save your hood. Ugh, smells like an IPA.
This may be one I don't finish.
You don't. I will not force you to finish an IPA.
Yep,
I won't judge you.
I mean, it looks
like
smells
yellow rainwater.
Right. I mean, it smells quite. Okay, after you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I have a Glent Ockers 21-year-old batch 8 single malt Scotch whiskey, product of Scotland.
That's what one would expect. I
wish that the writing wasn't so teeny tiny.
Check.
I really want to read it, but I might need a magnifying glass.
Do you want me to have a look?
Yes, I can't read that tiny.
So,
I'm so old.
If I work out how to separate the audio from the video on this, then I'll actually show a properly. Right.
No, just this little bit, the funny bit. I can't read
okay, Glen Torches. Trust me, Alan. In 100 years' time, everyone will be making whiskey this way. Pot stills are sad. You want to upgrade?
They're just a bit random.
Right, hang on.
Dinner Vash. I'm going to drink it anyways.
So, it smells alright as far as an IPA goes. It's just...
You're not even going to acknowledge my amazing Scottish.
No, that's a sort of... yeah, this is why we probably can't move to Scotland. Anyway, let's drink this piss.
Oh, we have a winner.
You get a 1 on the taste. That's the first 1 I've given goddamn anything so far.
I'm sorry this happened to you, honey, because this is the bomb. Diggity.
I'm not going to make you drink my IPA.
Oh,
imagine an IPA. It's that.
Not for all the tea in hipsterland.
I knew this was going to happen when I bought an IPA for a craft beer. It was going to be inevitable that we get an IPA.
IPA is crap. This is great. Stop drinking that. Take a palate cleanser or something. No, you're not using my good whiskey as a palate cleanser. Have some squash or something, man.
No such thing.
Oh, I got some over there. Fine.
Not many go. Ooh.
It's nice. Well done, kids. This is a nice one.
Ooh. What am I tasting there? Meanwhile, fucking this. Ah, look, I'm smuggling beer. Only it's watches. Only it's fucking just the same IPA every IPA is.
Yeah, I don't know. Might have to examine further, but that's delish.
Right.
I almost don't even want to eat my chocolate just yet because it's so nice. I might savor my chocolate a bit later.
Right. Huh.
Oh, honey.
I mean, it looked and smelled nice enough.
It's still an IPA.
It's still an IPA.
Though? I bet there's slugs in the garden that could use some IPA. We'll just put that around the Brussels sprouts and the broccoli and let the little fuckers drown in it.
If we want the slugs growing huge beards and putting on flannel and riding round on tiny slug.
There's no other use for an IPA but than to trap slugs. So it is written somewhere.
And technically, it scored higher than the brown ale from the other day, which was worse.
The brown ale or the porter?
No, the porter, the one yesterday, the porter.
Oh, that was the first porter. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like a porter.
Right. Well, that was today's advent calendars.
Mine was delicious, as was my cheese. I know the chocolate will be delicious because it's the same every day.
Yeah.
Andy doesn't actually like beer. That's what makes it funny, that he's got a beer advent calendar. Because about half of the time he's like, no.
No, it's...
Where even bad whiskey is still good whiskey.
Again, I still maintain my worst drink that I ever had. I'm going to tell this story for the benefit of the camera, because I've already told you just before I met Tanya. I went to a wedding. It was in the middle of... It wasn't technically in the middle of the Welsh countryside. Let's see, which way round is this camera going to be? So, sort of, if you've got the Welsh pig sort of around there, and then England's off here being a twat.
Did you say the Welsh pig?
Yes. Yeah, like how Wales sort of looks like a boar's head.
Sure.
Do we have a map of England anywhere on hand?
Were you the opposite end of Cardiff?
No, I mean...
Like Fishguard side or Cardiff side?
Again, so if you pretend that that's going to be the correct way round when it's flipped in post-production, so you've got the Wales pig sort of around here, Cardiff's there, Fishguard's there,
yeah.
You know, Aberystwyth is somewhere over here.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like I say, England is about over there. Right, so this wedding was about here. So not in Wales, but in the middle of the countryside and what would be the middle of Wales, and Wales was a circle.
Got it. In England.
In England.
But a bit above Swansea.
Well, I'll draw a map tomorrow. Anyway, it's in the middle of the countryside.
That's probably not even the important part of the story.
Not even close.
Our really shitty knowledge of Welsh geography.
Again, it's not even Welsh geography. It's just United Kingdom geography. Anyway, middle of the countryside is where I was going with this. And I was in the point where I was going, yeah, I'm too cool to drink beer. I'm going to have a Jack and Coke. What do you mean you don't have Jack?
Don't drink Jack. It's shit.
Oh, that's another discussion. But what the only whiskey they had was like Bell's. And like, Bell's is just...
I've had Bell's.
You know, scotch that you'll get in a supermarket. Perfectly fine. I mean, obviously not...
Not nice, but
yeah,
decent.
It's, you know, it's, I don't know, the sort of scotch you would have in your desk if you're a school teacher. They tried making a Bell's and Coke instead of... Yeah.
This leads back to a whole conversation we've been having about this new Sassenach whiskey and how Sam Heughan from Outlander was on the Colbert Show, and Colbert cracks open this gorgeous whiskey and then poured a can of Fresca on top of it. And you could just see Sam Heughan's face just like blanch. Like, what have I just witnessed? The defiling of my whiskey.
That's essentially, that's the expensive version of what happened to my drink.
Just hurts me in my insides.
Yes. Don't worry, nobody's mixing anything but water into their whiskey around here.
Indeed. Like, I like a whiskey on the rocks. For some whiskeys, like something sweet, like a Southern Comfort. I don't think that would do very well on the rocks.
I don't know.
No seaweed on the rocks.
Right.
Oh goodness. Well, this has been Andy didn't actually build his video game. I enjoyed my whiskey, and IPA remains shit. Don't drink it. Be nice to your liver.
Like, again, like, we've got all sorts of nice things here, just even amongst the ones on the floor. Like this weird fucker with its weird salty cranberry flavour.
Oh yes, the IBM, which you will not be surprised to learn had a derelict effect on his body.
again, if I can find a way to get to Estonia, I'm getting like as many of these as I can, because that was just
I don't know if Estonia's on our list, but
no. But
we could always see.
if worst comes to worst, there's a French company that delivers it.
Silly.
Right.
All right, we survived our first week of advent calendars. 7 calendars, 7 days. Good times.
And who knows? Maybe next week we'll have a kitchen to not have this terrible backdrop.
Oh, I mean, the backdrop's great. It's just the junk in front of it. Oh, whatever. Well, happy a week into Christmas month. Or December, as it's known. Bye.